Hey everyone, so this is a quick video. If you guys live on the septic, this might help you. So a couple days ago I had an issue with the toilet leaking underneath the seal, and basically took out the toilet, replaced the seal, spent like a whole freaking day, couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. It wasn't flushing. The toilet was clean, the drain was if you pour a bucket of water into the drain, it was draining, and that was my lower basement kind of type ranger toilet bathroom. So then I noticed over the time, probably last couple months, I had water standing over here. So if you have your second tank septic, which would be your first one for the solids and second one that goes to the drain field, so when you open that lid, you should be able to see that 4-inch pipe. And on that 4-inch pipe, you have a screen, a filter that filters fine particles, as you can see right there, before they go into the drain field, which is right there. A pretty nice view. And so basically, when I opened this lid yesterday, it was full to the brim. Like you couldn't see anything. So I called a couple places septic, and one of the guys told me, had said if your tank is overflowing, that must be either back up in the drain field right there, or it could be blockage in here. So he says there should be a hook and you should be able to pull on that filter and get it off. So anyways, but I couldn't find any hooks, so what I did, I put a trash can over my arm, got a little bit of water with the bucket out, and then I basically pulled that thing up right there. It was full of fine particles, as you can see right there, that is flowing on top of that water. So that screen is filtering your water before it gets to the drain field. And that is very crucial, because once was that full to that brim right there, my toilet wouldn't flush. And I couldn't figure out why. I mean, the rest of the house was draining fine, but that one wasn't. It wasn't backing up. It wasn't. There was no for the water to go out. So if you guys see any water coming out of around your second tank, not the first one, because that would be no. So the second one, you know that you have a blockage, either at the drain field or at the clear water tank. So the first one is pop the lid open, get that filter out. It was full of dirt. I basically cleaned it out, and I would say that should be your maintenance. This is my first house. I live on a septic and a well, so live and learn. And maybe that's information we're gonna help somebody kind of resolve the issue that they have. And I'm not gonna pop this open because it's not even a year old, but that all the fine particles like food and whatever, you might be able to see some poop right there. But that shouldn't be going to your drain field. Okay, my drain field is right there. Those are the ports, the inspection ports. So if you look in one of them, I had one of them which was holding a little bit of water on top, so you shouldn't be able to see any water. And there's another one right there at the end, last one, so you shouldn't be able to see anything up there. But here we go. Long story short, this is a quick fix. That's how I got it fixed. And now I went to test the toilet, and it's flushing. Whew, that was a nightmare. I spent all day trying to figure out why it wasn't working, and thanks God I did. With the help of others, I was able to resolve this issue with no money toward me. Otherwise, if you would call a septic company, they would pump your septic tank about $700-800, clean that filter, and write you a bill. So I have nothing against the people who do septics, because that's the work they do, and not many people would do that work, and I do respect for them. But if you can do something on your own, you should learn. So here we go. You take care.